The Thin Gray Line Collection, brought to you exclusively by LEOChallengeCoins.com. Collect pins, challenge coins, medallions, emblems, patches, and more at LEOChallengeCoins.com. Visit www.leochallengecoins.com.
A Florida Department of Corrections captain has been arrested for a second time. Failure to appear to court. And why? On August 15th, 2019, Captain Sean Batema from Lake Correctional Institution was issued a bench warrant by a judge for failure to appear in court. He was arrested on August 16th, 2019, and finally let out of jail a second time on August 20th, 2019. Why? Hi, I'm Gary York, True Prison Stories. Please subscribe if you like this video. Now, this is something I don't understand. We talked about Captain Batema in another video I did a while back when he was originally arrested on his original charge for making a false statement about lying about Sergeant Mark Caruso from Lake Correctional Institution. Sergeant Caruso had issued an incident report stating there was a possible escape attempt coming up. And at the time, Lieutenant Sean Batema denies ever receiving the incident report. And then he was promoted to captain. In the meantime, just to catch you up on where we're at, Sergeant Mark Caruso was fired. He had been transferred away, and then he was fired. Well, he's since been hired back, folks, and he's got all back pay, so that's good. But this former lieutenant who was promoted to captain was asked in an investigation and twice denied ever receiving an incident report regarding an escape. And it was proven he did receive an incident report. So now he's in court for all of these things going on, and he fails to appear. Now, he's been terminated from the Department of Corrections over all this, and I don't understand, why you would not show up to your hearings. You're already in trouble with the agency administratively. You've already been arrested on this. So what would possibly make you not want to show up to court? Well, I guess there's several things it could be. Has he given up? Has he just given up on this whole case? If he has, he should just plead guilty and move on. Because I'll tell you what, not showing up to court is disrespect not only to the judge, but to the criminal justice system. And not showing up to court, Captain Batema is also letting us know and showing his true colors, I believe. If you didn't do what you were arrested for in the beginning, and you feel that you need to go to trial, then do so. But show the court respect, show up for your hearings. You're acting just like a bunch of other people who don't show up to court and don't care. This won't help you with the judge. Now, if you take it to jury trial, yes, we know the jurors will never know that you didn't show up to court. They're not allowed to know some things. But if you take it to jury trial and you're found guilty, the judge remembers you didn't care to show up to court, and he's the one that's going to sentence you. Hey, it's on you. But guess what? All this is in the wake of other things going on at Lake Correctional. As you well know, Captain Gass and two of his officers were arrested not too long ago for abusing an inmate. And I did a video on that as well. They were abusing an inmate and got caught on a contraband cell phone used by an inmate who videotaped them on the rec yard. And then the video got outside, got on a YouTube. Well, two wrongs don't make a right, but they got caught. And now they're facing charges. And I believe just this week, possibly yesterday, Monday, another officer was arrested. And the Department of Corrections, Inspector General's office, and the Secretary of Corrections has said the investigation will continue, and there could be further arrests. There could be more arrests based on this contraband cell phone video. So Lake Correctional has really had its bad times going on right now. And Lake Correctional reminds me of Charlotte Correctional when they were going through all these same things. Almost an exact scenario, except these officers at Charlotte were indicted by a federal grand jury, and 2 captains, 2 sergeants, and 6 officers were indicted for the wrongful death of an inmate at Charlotte Correctional Institution, an investigation I conducted myself back in 1997. And here we are, 2019, and the same scenario is happening at Lake Correctional. You know, Captain Goss was reported early on by the same Sergeant Mark Caruso, who was fired for allegedly not reporting an escape, which we know he did. We know he was proven that he did turn in the incident report, and it was proven that Captain Botema was lying. I'm not sure why officers who report things are being retaliated against. You know, in 1997, when I did that investigation and we had 10 indictments, a lot of honest officers were being threatened by this group called the Family. And, you know, and now I'm understanding that some people are being looked at funny by some of the friends of these people that have been arrested, this Captain Gass and others, Captain Botema. Why? Why would you do that? We don't want corruption in the Department of Corrections. We don't want people like this. Not showing up to court is a perfect indication of what type of mentality this former Captain Botema has. Are you better than everyone? Are you too good to show up to court? Have you got this thing in the bag? Why would you not show up to court? You ended up in jail again. It's beyond me what is going on in the mind of some of these folks. But I wish that when honest officers report violations, like Captain Botema, Captain Goss, and all these other officers, why doesn't the agency look at this and investigate further so you don't have to have the black eye and the embarrassment later in the news, on TV, on YouTube? You know, it's beyond me. 2 decades now, things like this are still going on. There's a lot of others in between, you know, in Miami, and Charlotte's had some reoccurrences, and other places have. I'd have the old pay me now or pay me later additive. I feel that if the agency would go out and teach ethics and consequences of corruption and send a team out to every prison and tell them, we will not tolerate this. We have a 0 tolerance for covering up, writing false statements, same in Charlotte in 97 and now in 2019 at Lake. They falsified use of force reports. That's going to always bite you in the butt and get you in the end. You're not going to hide from it. It will come out. But if the agency doesn't hit hard and strong and fast when these things happen, it will never end. And I believe the agency is now going after these folks. They're arresting them one by one, and that's a good thing. So when this is over, don't stop. Send you a team around the state teaching ethics, consequences, human diversity. Throw that in there. Sheriff in Manatee County is just implemented more human diversity training and so forth because he had an incident where an officer was caught on camera abusing an inmate, a deputy, a detention deputy. And he's taking action. He's implementing classes on ethics and human diversity and making every deputy sit through these. I know there's going to be some folks out there that don't want to hear this. But you know what? Wouldn't it be better to educate and inform than to see all these captains and officers going to jail over and over for 2 decades? Let's stop this nonsense. Let's put an end to it. Let's see what happens now that Captain Botema didn't show up to court and had to go back to jail. Let's see if he still wants to go to trial or if he's going to take a plea. If he doesn't show up to court, it tells me he doesn't care. And if you don't care, believe me, the judge won't care either if you get sentenced. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please subscribe. Gary York, True Prison Stories.